Shalom, shalom. Want to start off by giving all honor and glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadice. Want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shout out to the hopeful last start, the 144,000. Shalom. So, excuse me if you hear, the birds chirping, like if it sound if it sound like the sound going in and out, cause I'm outside. I'm outside, just chilling and getting a lesson done, doing the Willie How Bashin How Shot, right? So I was contemplating on the two lessons today. One, and I'm still eventually, Lord willing, I'm gonna get it done still. Gonna do it about, because we went into it a good bit in the camp yesterday, me and the brothers, about us being that bride, us being that bride of Yahweh Bashin Yahweh Shai, that marriage we in, that marriage we in where, being tied in only with Yahweh Bashin Yahweh Shai, being tied in only with this truth, not fornicating or doing things with the ways of Babylon, or doing things with other nations, worshiping false idols and that, right? So we only a bride, we only tied in to, we only made a vow to, Yahweh Bashin Yahweh Shai, right? To do his will, do his work. But Lord willing, I'm gonna get into that, the spirits come upon me. Now, like I said, I was contemplating on that lesson, in this lesson, right? As I was watching the Elder Apostle Har and Apostle Gabar camp Saturday, GMS Street Ministry. That's the page. And if you watch later into it, a guy comes up, and as they enlighten him, talking about reincarnation, that thing, and like, I forgot how it come up, but the guy ended up saying, they end up telling him how, hell is not real, that comes from the Greek terminology, right? That comes from, that was something that the Greeks made up. That's something of their culture, right? Something of they saying. They won't necessarily say they culture, but something of they saying, right? Saying how they try to make it seem, right? So, quick started off, while we even in that aspect. And it's going to go into, ain't no such thing as hell, and it's going to, bring out precepts showing, all Israel will be saved, right? But you got a lot of Israel that's going to be punished, right? You got a lot of Israel that's going to be punished, and when you got to know that, hell is basically like a condition, right? Because this is Esau kingdom, this is Esau heaven, right? This Esau heaven, this Esau kingdom, right? So when we get into our kingdom, our heaven, we're going to have rulership, we're going to have rulership, we're going to have authority, right? And what is that? That's the heavens for us, right? So who having that, who the Most High put in place to have that rulership and authority down here? Esau, Edom, right? The earth is in the hands of the wicked. So this is their kingdom, this is their heaven. But this is our hell, right? We're going through hell right now. The poverty, destruction, the grave, fire, you know what I'm saying? Just then, the brother sent to the group chat yesterday after the camp about how, down here in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, it's a big fires going on. California always having a fire, things of that nature. How you see a lot of Nation of Israel, the Black, Hispanic, Native, Puerto Ricans, things of that nature. How they all like, kind of in poverty, things like that. Ain't even kind of how we all in poverty. How we go through destruction all the time. You got a lot of killing that go on from within each other. You know what I'm saying? Within each other, right? But also with Esau coming out, slaughtering our people through, all the way going back to slavery, all the way till now, right? Still getting killed, shot down on the streets, things of that nature, right? So this will be hell for us. This is the hell we going through right now. But, and then ultimately, right, when in that day, right, when Yahweh and the angels come back and destroy this place, that's gonna be that. That's that fire, man. That's that fire, because he coming back with fire. He's gonna start off with the nuclear missiles, I think it's ICBM missiles, if I'm not mistaken, IBM missile. Let me see, I got it right here in my notes. ICBM missiles, right? So you got the ICBM missiles, you got the atomic bombs, you got all the things that Esau weaponry, right? That's gonna go off, right? These things are gonna happen, right? Let me see. Before I go to Mark, I want to go to Isaiah 34, right? And I start at verse 2, right? It says, for the indignation, meaning that righteous judgment, right? That righteous judgment, you know what I'm saying, of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury is upon all their armies, right? He utterly destroyed them and had delivered them to the slaughter. So they're going to be destroyed, man. This place is gonna be destroyed. This talk about what's to come to happen. This talk about what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying, to America. You know, it's gonna be destroyed, right? It says their slain also shall be cast out, and their stench shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, right? All the little stuff they got in heaven, the satellite, things of that nature, all that stuff gonna be dissolved. That stuff gonna be destroyed, because that's that fire coming down. It's gonna melt it, right? It said in the heavens. Also, you know how Esau got their little armies, what they call them, army pilots, whatever. I forgot what it's called, but they look things of that nature. All that's gonna be shot down. All that's gonna be destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying? All they host is the armies, right? They host is their soldiers, their armies, right? All that's gonna be destroyed from the shit they got in the heavens, the shit they got in the sky, things of that nature, all the way down to the armies that's on earth. All that shit gonna be destroyed, right? It said, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. What is that scroll? You know what I'm saying? That mushroom cloud, right? That big bombs gonna set it off, right? He said, and all their hosts shall fall down, right? What that is, all that, the satellites, the you know, when the chariots try to fill the sky, you know, Esau gonna try to send them little jets and all that thing, you know, things of nature that you see in movies, things of that nature. All that shit gonna be shot down, all that shit gonna be destroyed, man. It says, as the leaf follow as the leaf follow off from the vine, and as a falling fig from a fig tree, right? Look at right here in my notes, man. No, all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. Talking about Esau military man. They're gonna be destroyed up in the heavens. That scroll cloud, talking about that mushroom cloud, right? When the bomb hit, all the hosts shall fall down. That's their military. All is gonna be destroyed, from the jets and they satellites. All that shit gonna be destroyed, right? The way with, right? He said, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, and behold, it shall come down upon Idumea," which is really Edom, right? I think I read my note. Yeah, the Greek way to say Edom, right? And upon the judgment, and upon the people of my curse to judgment, right? So this place gonna be destroyed, right? This place gonna be destroyed. But it's also known, right, that with this place been destroyed, Most High told us, right? Hey, my people, if you don't come out of her, if you don't go, let me see. Bear with me. Let me get a little more shade so I can see better. Those some revelations. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me see. Con. Revelation 18 and verse 4, right? It says, I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins reach unto heaven, and Yahweh hath to remember her iniquities. Reward her even as double unto, so like reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works, and the cup of which she has filled to her double. How much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. You know how Esau boasts and brag that prideful, how they love America. That's that nature, right? It says, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen and no widow. Shall see no sorrow. So they don't think nothing can happen to them, man. They prideful, they live deliciously, they feel like America on top, man. They feel like ain't nothing gonna happen to them, man. You know how Esau walk around with that pride, ready to do anything, right? Like I got in my notes, they live in lavish, right? The Most High is breaking the system down, and torment is gonna be the missiles, man. The chariot gonna bring that destruction, similar to when similar to when we put nations in captivity, and that's what it's gonna be, man. We gonna put the nations in captivity, man. We gonna put all the other nations in captivity, right? But that's also another point, right? We gonna all the nations gonna get tied up, and they gonna have to do the things we say, right? They gonna be like Apostle Hart Bar said on the at the count, right? You know, we gonna be sitting their ass across the ocean and water too. Everything they done to us, we gonna do it to them double, right? That's what it says, right? But Key Reed says, therefore her plagues shall come in one day, and mourning and famine shall be utterly burned with fire. For she is strong with the Lord, for strong is the Lord Yahweh who judges her, right? So everything gonna be all this place gonna be destroyed. So that's why most I said come out of her, right? Come out of her, cause why? When this place is destroyed, right? That's why I said the smoke gonna go up forever, and ever. And this place gonna be made desolate, man. This place gonna be made a desolate place, man. You know, ain't gonna be no more habitation here, right? So with that being said, that's not talking about hell, right? But another quick precept before I even get into that, that's not talking about hell though, man. It's letting you know, like, hey, my people, come get right, right? Or you gonna be destroyed too. Because if we gonna bring the other nations into captivity, into the kingdom, you think that he gonna leave his people to burn in hell forever? No, right? It ain't even. It's not that. But you ain't gonna. It's not that you're gonna be in no place burning forever, right? It's gonna be the fact of your ass gonna get punished, right? When he come with the tears, he come with that destruction. You gonna be destroyed right along with that destruction that he talk about, Revelation that he talk about in Isaiah, right? Uh, Hosea 4:6. You know, common precept we all know, right? It says Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of your power, of thy power. I will also forget thy children. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore, I would change their glory into shame, man. So you're gonna be destroyed, man. You gonna be judged, right? And when you be judged, same judgment he gonna bring upon. He said, he gonna bring upon you. That's why he said, Peter, man. Because you got to think, it goes back to when Yahweh Shah walked the earth, man. You know, the same people who didn't believe back then, they don't believe now, right? It's a continuous cycle, man. It's a continuous cycle, man. And he gonna judge them, right? Let me see. Matter of fact, before I even go there, I want to go to Proverbs. Good precept that come to mind while I think of it. Right here. I just read. I'm gonna read 23. Then I'm gonna jump now. Right? It says Proverbs 1:23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit upon you. Unto you, I will make known my words unto you. Who is that through? Through the prophets, right? Through the prophets. You got the prophets, the elders, and the teachers, right? They out here prophesying, let you know, hey, return back to Yahweh Shah. Return back to your true nationality. Hey, the things they telling you are all lies, right? But you people don't do that, right? I read verse 24. It said, because I have called, ye refuse, and I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded, right? So when he called upon you, he got the prophets, the elders, teachers out here prophesying every day, doing the work, doing the will, letting the people know, giving a warning to our people, hey, return back, or you're going to be destroyed, right? So jumping down to verse, well, not even just jumping down, just keep reading on. He said, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. So they ain't want to listen. They ain't want to do what they ain't want to do. They ain't want to listen to the prophets, right? They ain't want to listen to it. They ain't want to listen to it. They want to turn their ear from it, right? They ain't want to take heed to what he was saying. It's just like back then. They want to do everything they want to do on their own. But they fall into the fornication. They drunk off that fornication, that Babylon getting they love to be out here just doing whatever they want to do, right? He said, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock you when fear cometh. When fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. What is that destruction, right? That's that judgment, man. When how y'all so caught up in Babylon, y'all got that much love for Babylon, right? When he come and destroy this place, when he come bring that fire on this place, right? What it says, at last, Babylon has fallen, roughly paraphrasing, man. Babylon is gonna fall, it's gonna be destroyed, right? So you either gonna be caught up in that fire with the, let me see. I'm trying to think of this precept. Let's see. I know there's gonna be a lot that come up, yeah. That's a lot that come up. Let me see if it'll come up quicker. But when he come, matter of fact, before I do it, I'm gonna just finish this. Hopefully they come to me, right? So, but when he come, right, because you ain't want to listen, you want to follow the ways of Babylon, right? You're gonna be destroyed right along with her, right? But to keep going on, it says, I will laugh at your calamity, I will mock you when fear cometh. When at verse 27, when your fear comes as the desolation and your destruction come as the whirlwind, when you distress and anguish come, when distress and anguish come upon you, they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, they shall not find me, right? For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, right? So they ain't want to choose the fear of the Lord. They want to follow after the ways of Babylon. They want to be prideful. They want to live deliciously with Babylon. They want to walk around like they just, you know what I'm saying? They want to ignore the knowledge, man. You know, they ain't want to take heed, right? So therefore, what's going to happen? When he come, let me see. See if it come up. I type in like this. Yep. Do all the y'all watching y'all shot. Con. Make sure this the one. Bear with me. Con, yep. So right here, Isaiah 6, verse 15, right? He said, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, right? The Lord, it's all caps Yahweh. The Lord Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind to win his anger, with the fury and his rebuke, right? With the flames of fire, his rebuke, right? So the rebuke is, we gonna, Esau getting that judgment. We gonna tie their ass up, throw them in slavery. After they get done with slavery, we gonna tie their ass back up and burn them and get away with it. But he finna rebuke his people, right? The rebuke, when he come with that rebuke, that's for his people, right? Y'all not finna be ain't no such thing as no hell. He not finna be burning forever, man. He finna come rebuke you, right? When you rebuke your child, do you whoop your child for if your child get in trouble, you don't just whoop your child down there every day. Every day he wake up. He did something yesterday, you don't whoop him tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. You rebuke him right then and there. I told you not to do it no more. You get him, you correct him, wow. Then you move on. Then he learn from it, right? That's what y'all gonna do. But this torment and discretion, this ain't just gonna be like just no pop though. He coming with fire. He coming to tear your ass up, right? That's why he telling you to get right, because he let you know, hey, I'm coming to destroy that place. Like, there's not gonna be no more habitation there. It's gonna be desolate, right? But to keep reading on, he says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind to win his anger, with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by swire, let's see what I got right here in the notes. See what I wanna. Yeah, he coming to save his elect, right? Con. But yeah, that Jude, that's what I need to get. Jude, so I can bear with me. Jude 1:14, right? Because it also said in Jude 1:4 how he talk about how his people set, how it's also how his people set to be saved, it's people set to be condemned as well. It's people set to be destroyed, right? Because they're gonna die in their sin. The same ones who never believe, right? That's Jude 1:4, but I don't read Jude 1:14, right? He said, and Enoch also the seventh from Adam prophesies of these saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 1,000 of his saints, right, to execute judgment upon all and to convince all that are ungodly, and among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and all their hard speeches which ungodly sinner has spoken against him, right? That goes for all them people. Oh, y'all Israelites this and that. Y'all Israelites think he just gonna do this and that. Y'all Israelites think this and that. Y'all Israelites all that talking crazy, blaspheming the Most High, right? Because he said, Luke 10:16, what it say? He that heareth you, hears me. He that despises you, despises me. He that despises me, despises him that sent me, right? So we prophesying the name, we prophesying doing the will, do the works of Yahweh Shah. We not trying to entice you, get you no philosophies, trying to get you to come to church. Nah, nigga, we trying to tell you, hey, get right and return back to your true nationality, return back to your true heritage, or your ass going to be destroyed. But you want to stick in your ungodly ways, right? So therefore, going back to Isaiah 66, right? Going back to Isaiah 66, and I don't want to get too far off the topic of, ain't no such thing as hell, but I'm just bringing this out so you can see the point of like what's to come, right? So he says, Isaiah 66:15 again, he says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and rebuke with the flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many, right? He said, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst of eating swine's flesh, right? You feel me? Eating pork, right? He said, in the abomination, and the mouth shall be consumed together, said the Lord, right? So you want to do all these things, you want to do all this iniquity, little things, dumb things, eating pork. You want to go out, you worshiping these false idols, you doing all these things, you in Christianity, you doing all these pagan holidays, you doing all these customs, all these wicked ways when you got Israelites telling you daily. And a lot of y'all know about the Israelites, man. A lot of y'all know who you are. You just ignorantly reject it. I done seen the elders and apostles, GMS, do plenty lessons on videos of people just ignorantly talking crazy and disrespecting and rejecting the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shah, right? He said, for I know their works and their thoughts, it shall come, and I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Paul, and Lud, that draw to the bow, to Tubal and Haven, to the isles afar off. They have not heard my fame, neither neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. Who are those Gentiles? Those Israelites who are in the Gentile state of mind, who are in a foreign state of mind, right? Those Gentiles are those people who think they African American, who think they Mexican, who start doing all these wicked things that the world entices them to do, the wisdom of this world, but not the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shah, right? So I got right here in my notes. You feel me? Among the Gentiles, talking about the Israelites, because the Israelites are scattered amongst the Gentiles, amongst all the nations, right? Amongst the Gentiles, all nations, right? Because you can Gentiles or the other people, but also you got Gentiles. You feel me? When you say Gentiles, you feel me? It's double fold, right? Because you got the Gentiles who are the other nations, but you got also the Gentile Israelites who are in the mindset of those other nations. You know what I'm saying? They thinking that they're these people. They following out the ways of what these people do, not the customs and the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah, right? So going there, one more quick precept, right? I'll go back to Mark. Isaiah 13:5, right? This goes to the point, right? He says, do I want to do 5 or I want to do 9? I'm going to read 5, then I'm going to jump down to 9. He says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation that righteous judgment to destroy the whole land. It's talking about America, man. It's talking about Babylon, right? And this ain't talking about, I got it right here. It ain't talking about ancient Babylon, right? Because it's not how ancient Babylon went out. It's talking about America today, how it's going to go out, right? Destroyed, punished, gone, wiped away, right? And I'm going to read verse 9, right? He said, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. He shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it, right? You know what I'm saying? So he gonna make this place desolate. This place gonna be destroyed. He coming with fire to set this place gone, right? So now to get into it, you know, let's quick little to show you, you know, that he come with that fire, he come with that destruction, right? And what do they call hell, right? Hell is a place where you burn forever, right? But this place ain't gonna burn forever, right? It says the smoke go up forever and ever, just meaning that, you know, it's gonna be a desolate place. Ain't gonna be no longer habitation here. Everything gonna be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back here. This shit gonna be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna build a righteous kingdom right on top of this place, and we're gonna rule. We're gonna be in our heaven, our rulership, right? Esau heaven gonna be gone, right? And they ass gonna be on, if y'all want to call it, quote unquote hell. Cause we gonna have they ass how we was in hell, right? Hell for us was destruction, poverty, the grave, slavery. You know what I'm saying? That's what we throw they ass into. We throw they ass finna go through hell. You know what I'm saying? They asked for to go through that destruction. What they said in the parable with Lazarus and the rich man, right? He telling them, like Apostle Gabar was saying, man. He said, can you what do you say? Can you dip my finger in water, right? Roughly paraphrase it, right? You think he just want to dip his finger in water if everything on him on fire? Are you saying his sack on fire, his feet on fire? You think he just want to dip my finger in the water? No, that torment is that hell, that captivity, man. That captivity, that slavery, the punishment that's coming for them, that judgment, right? But getting into it, right? You know, so going to it, I'm gonna go to it right here. Then first I'm gonna read Mark 9. First I'm gonna read Mark 9:43, right? It says, if thy hand offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter life. Mammon, and mammon is basically like, I'm gonna search it up. Let me show you. Mammon is basically just like, you know, injured, basically, like another word for it. Let me see very fast. Hurry up for somebody to try to call. So it's like wound or injured, right? You know what I'm saying? It's better for you to cut that hand off. It's better for you to cut that hand off than to live with sin, right? It says it is better for thee to live life mammon, basically injured, to get that hand away from you, right? It says than having two hands and to go into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched, right? So that fire is talking about, that hell come from that Greek terminology, man. That's what the Greeks try to refer to as a place that the Most High was going. That's how the Most High was going to execute His judgment, right? So I got it right here in my notes. So that hell is referring to Gehenna fire, right? The valley of Hinnom, south of Jerusalem, where filth and dead animals of the city were cast out and burned. A fit symbol of the wicked and their future destruction, right? Because they're gonna be what is that fight? What we just read, right? We just read Isaiah, Revelation. We just read scriptures throughout the book to show you, throughout the Bible to show you that fight, that destruction is what Yahweh and the angels come with. Also, that war, those missiles, those bombs, that's gonna be the fire, right? You're gonna be destroyed here in America. Ain't gonna be no hell where you burning forever. Right, it's gonna be, and that never quench. It just, like I said to Lazarus, right? That never quenches. He gonna be going through so much torment, gonna be going through so much slavery that this shit ain't gonna stop. We gonna have the nations in captivity forever, man. We gonna have what do they say? We gonna do them double until they did us. We gonna tie Esau up. We gonna tie Esau up and burn away with them. Then all the other nations gonna be under our rulership. You know what I'm saying? So and that's when you talking about fires never quench. That's not talking about they finna be in hell burning forever. It's just they're just gonna be under our rulership. Cause now, right? If you like I was saying earlier, hell for us is what being down here, being in this wicked kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Being under other people's rulership, being in poverty, being in slavery, being killed. Going through hell down here, right? That's how the other nations is gonna be in our kingdom, man. They gonna be under our footstool, right? But breaking it down more, right? So I was just searching it up. I was reading on getting it right. I want to read this first, right? So the New Testament Greek word Gehenna, right, is usually translated as hell. Refers to the way this is how the Greeks try to put it. But you got to know this is one thing, right? Going back to the Gentiles, you had the Greeks that was in power, right? You had the Greek influence, the Hellenists, right, who felt like they was in that Greek mindset, till the Romans came back off and knocked off the Greeks. They came with the Renaissance, right, when the Romans come back into power. But before that, you had a big Greek influence going on, right? The Dark Ages, right? So and during this Dark Age, they try to confuse the people. Oh, you're gonna go to hell if you don't do it. If you don't do this, that, you're gonna go to hell, right? And they hell was referring to, refer to the way that Yahweh's justice would deal with the evil in the world, right? But we knowing, and it says right here again, the valley of Hinnom, Gehenna, Gehenna, right? So going back up, right? Gehenna is the word that comes from the Hebrew phrase. Gehenna is a New Testament. Gehenna is usually translated as hell, right? And like we just read and Mark, right? It's just a reference, or a fit description of to what the wicked gonna get from their destruction, right? As we read Isaiah 66, as we read Isaiah 13, as we read Isaiah 34, when Yahweh come destroy this place, when he come bring that fire upon America, when he come bring that fire upon, Babylon, when he come destroy this place, destroy all the wickedness that's going on here. You know what I'm saying? Because we know this is a wicked kingdom. The earth is in the hands of the wicked. Esau is a wicked people, right? So that when he come destroy this place, this place is gonna be burnt. This place is gonna be tormented. This place is gonna be made desolate, right? And then after that, and also not just Esau, Edom is gonna get destroyed. Wicked Jake gonna get destroyed too. Because if you don't return back, right? You're gonna return back, because just like we had, right? Matthew 24:31, right? It says, he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the end of heaven to the other, right? So while this thing going on, right, he come destroy this place, he gonna beam his elect up, right? His elect gonna get beamed up. His elect ain't gonna go through that torment. And that's the warning we trying to give you. Hey, you gonna go through that torment. You're gonna get caught up in that fire, man. That's gonna be burned up if you don't return back to Yahweh Shah. Now you're gonna be burned up forever, right? You're gonna be burned up for that judgment, right? In that day, right? You're gonna get your ass burnt up, and you're gonna be reborn again into the kingdom, right? Through the elect who was saved and beamed up. You're gonna be born again through their seed, right? If you got the spirit, you'll be able to receive it, because it's simple, right? That's why he left a remnant. Right? That's why he said Isaiah 1:9, right? He said, if he didn't leave his remnant, we should be like unto Sodom, and be like unto Gomorrah, right? Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, rain or fire and brimstone, right? But he left us a remnant. Therefore, when he come back and save his remnant, that the wicked gonna be brought again through the elect seed, right? So going from there, stay in Matthew 5 and verse 19, right? Um, yeah, let me see if I want to start. Yeah. 5 verse 19, right? Say, whatsoever therefore shall break, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So common sense. If he coming to get the elect, who's the elect? The ones who obtain Romans 11:7, the ones who obtain the knowledge, the ones who do the will and do the works of Yahweh Shai, the ones who did not bow down to the image of Baal, right? The ones who didn't bow down to these false idols, the ones who didn't do the wickedness in the ways of Babylon, the ones who departed, the ones who returned back to the Most High, right? That's the elect. So they're gonna be called great in the kingdom of heaven. But the wicked, right, who come through as through the elect seed, they're gonna be that's gonna be least in the kingdom of heaven, right? Because we know in Romans 11, 25, 26, right, what it says. He said, for I will not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that the blindness and the part is, that blindness and part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. Once again, right? What we just read about those, we just read about Gentiles earlier. What are those Gentiles? Those Gentiles are those Israelites who was in that Gentile state of mind, who following out the ways of the other nations, who following out the ways of these other people, custom of these other nationalities, right? Who not returning back to the Most High. But what happened? It says, and so all Israel shall be saved, as is written, there shall come out of Sion deliver. There shall come out of Sion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. But this is my covenant unto them when I take away their sins, right? So therefore you're going to get punished for your sins, and then guess what? We're going to go into the second covenant, right? Lord willing, we're going to go into the second covenant. That's when the laws and commandments are going to be written in our hearts and minds. We're going to be changed, right? We're going to be changed. We're going to take out this mortal and we're going to put on immortal bodies. We're going to be spiritual bodies. We're going to have the laws and commandments written in our hearts and minds. There's going to be no more sin. But therefore, first, you people got to pay. You people got to pay. When Babylon burn, you're going to burn right with it, right? You're going to burn right along with it. Not for eternity, because he just said all Israel going to be saved, but you just got to get punished for your iniquity first, you know, as you read Jude 1:14, right? As you read Isaiah 6:15. Yeah, Jude 1:14, and you read Isaiah 6:15 on down, right? Once you get punished for those sins and you be reborn again to the kingdom through the elect seed, therefore, Matthew 5:19, right? You be known as least in the kingdom, you be known as great in the kingdom. Therefore, you got to choose what role you going to play. Ain't no such thing as no hell where you going to be burning forever, man. That's why I tell you, that don't even make sense, man. That don't even make sense, place you're going to burn forever. That don't make sense. But let y'all tell it. Let the Christians tell it. They know it all. Micah 2:10, right? Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction, right? It's going to destroy you with sword of destruction. What is hell? Hell is the grave, poverty, destruction, fire. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're going through down here. Therefore, what's going to happen? Your ass going to be destroyed down here. You're going to be destroyed. You're going to be punished down here. But once you get into the kingdom, you're going to have to be reborn again through the elect seed, right? Because all Israel going to be saved, right? Well, that's heaven. That's rulership. That's the kingdom, right? The kingdom of heaven. We're going to have rulership. We're going to have authority. You know what I'm saying? That's what Esau got out here. That's what Most High blessed them with. The fatness of this earth. We got their portion in this life. This day heaven. This day kingdom. You know what I'm saying? This our hell. We going through hell right now. You trying to say we're going through hell right now. I see, like I said earlier, Myrtle Beach down the road on fire right now, man. Burning up, right? The governor just had to, I think he said it had to be a state of emergency. They got to evacuate. You know what I'm saying? So, man, don't let them folks entice you with the foolishness of this world, man. You got to return back to the Most High. You got to understand, because the knowledge of this world really is foolishness. And what way and fashion is going to be a place of fire where you burn forever, man? It don't even make sense, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't even make sense. You know? But Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Lord willing, we'll be back with another lesson soon. And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the whole flesh, start with the 144.